Today we will be learning about the chart abstraction template. This template is used to enter clinical data from a patient's paper medical record or other source into the patient's electronic medical record for the first time. Let's begin. Use one of the three methods to follow to open a patient's chart. Option 1. If appointments have already been loaded into NextGen, open Inbox to Appointments tab and locate the appointment date to be abstracted. Double-click the patient name to open the chart. Option 2. Select the patient icon on top toolbar to open the patient lookup screen. Enter the date of birth and part of the last name, then click Find. Locate and highlight desired patients and click Open. Option 3. If a patient cannot be found, click New. This opens the Add Patient Information pop-up. At a minimum, answer all red fields in the Demographics tab. It is not necessary to enter information in the other tabs or in the insurance icon at this time. Click OK to open the patient's new chart. Next, we will launch the abstraction template. Always perform a 4-point check before opening any template or module. Confirm the following is correct: patient name, location, provider, and date of service. Click New to create encounter folder for today's date of service. If the patient is a new patient, a message will populate, No patient encounters found, add a new encounter, click Yes. The intake template opens. Select specialty and visit type. Under visit type, choose chart abstraction or chart review or chart update if chart abstraction is not in the pick list. Choose chart abstraction link to open the chart abstraction template and begin the documentation process. Consult with your provider to determine what information and sections should be abstracted. We begin chart abstraction details by marking the chart abstraction radio button. Please note, if the chart abstraction template has been used previously by another office, the chart abstracted by and date of abstraction fields will be pre-populated with the first user's information. If applicable, mark the appropriate fields for the advanced directives in place and resuscitation. If needed, click the advanced directives links for additional detailed information. Then save and close. Mark Reviewed or Reviewed Detailed Document to print information on chart abstraction document. Next, let's document the patient's active medications. If the patient is not taking any medication, mark No Medications and move to the next section. Click Add or Update to open the medication module to begin adding medications. Click Prescribe New, enter the medication name in the Find field, and highlight the desired medication. Double-click the medication strength to add item to the selected medications cart. Repeat the steps until all medications have been added. Click Select button to go to the next screen. The medication status displays as temporary. Highlight the first medication, confirm the SIG is correct. To add or change the SIG details, click Add SIG or Edit SIG. If the SIG is unknown, enter Take as directed. Mark Prescribed elsewhere if the medication was not prescribed by your provider. Additional details like the quantity, start date, problem, etc. can be added as needed. Click Accept to save the medication as active. Then repeat the steps until all medication has been accepted and the status changes from temporary to active. Then close the medication module. Next section is the allergies. Mark No Known Allergies if the patient has no documented allergies. Click Add to document the patient's active allergies. This will launch the adult or pediatric allergies template. Select the applicable checkbox or boxes, then select the associated reasons, then save and close. Select Manage Allergies if you are unable to locate the allergy on the template. This opens the allergy module. Click the Allergy Search button, select a filter, and type at least 3 letters in the description field. Highlight the allergen and click OK. Then mark the intolerance if the reaction is considered an intolerance. In the Reactions field, click the Add button and select the appropriate reaction or free type in the field to search for the reaction. Common items will display in alphabetical order followed by all remaining reactions. Document the severity if applicable, then click Add and press OK. Input the date if the onset date or symptom date is known. Click Add to save the allergy. The allergy icon will then be attached to the current encounter where it was initially entered. Moving on to the problems list. Documenting information within this template is optional. Click the IMO search link button below the problems list grid. Highlight problems on the right panel, then enter the diagnosis description or ICD-10 code in the search field on the left. Abbreviations and patient-friendly descriptions can be used here. Click Search, then click an icon next to the desired problem. Selecting the plus symbol indicates that this icon adds the problem, whereas selecting the greater than symbol indicates that this icon requires more information before adding the problem. Continue the steps mentioned until all the problems have been added, then save and close to return to the chart abstraction template. Next, we will document the past medical and surgical histories. Mark patient reports no relevant med-surg psych history if indicated. Click Add to open the template and to enter items in the medical section. Mark items as indicated. The items will display according to the specialty that was selected upon opening the intake template. Mark Other to add items not on the template. Select Add to Grid, then proceed to the surgical section and repeat the steps to add surgeries or procedures, then save and close when you are finished. Adding family history is optional. If no history is indicated, mark No Relevant Family History or Adopted No Family History Known. To enter information, click Add, mark items as indicated, or use the Other field to add items not listed. Click Save to Grid, then save and close. Next, we will discuss the social history section. It is not recommended to document smoking status during a chart abstraction because this is a MIPS requirement that must be documented during an office visit. However, if you wish to enter a patient's social history, please follow the next steps. Mark alcohol and caffeine use if it is known, or click on Update to add additional details if needed. If you are choosing to add additional details when the template opens, mark Detailed Document to include the items from the social history template when you generate or print the chart abstraction document. Reopen the chart abstraction template if it closes. For pediatric social history, click the Update button, mark Detailed Document, and document the following if applicable. Resides with childcare, relationships, tobacco exposure, hand dominance, home environment, safety, education, sleep, activity, recent travel, confidential info. Select the Save icon located on the top toolbar, close Social History tab, or select the Close button located on the top toolbar. Let's add the pharmacy by clicking on the Pharmacy 1 field. To enter the primary pharmacy, use Pharmacy 2 to add a secondary pharmacy. Search for a pharmacy by parcel name, street address, city, state, zip code, phone number, or fax number. Click OK to save. We will work on adding immunizations by choosing Historical to add previously administered immunizations. Mark each vaccine individually or click Search to add vaccines not listed. Enter date and source for the first vaccine and repeat for all entries for each vaccine. Enter comment and brand if needed, then save and close. Or press Quick Entry to preload vaccines the patient should have received based on age. Repeat the steps to enter the date and source for each vaccine, then save and close. Documenting diagnostic histories is optional. Press the Diagnostics button to open the Diagnostic History template. Select Diagnostic Study Type, then choose the diagnostic study performed. Mark Ordered Elsewhere if the report was not ordered by the encounter provider. Enter the date performed and the completed date. Enter the interpretation and/or the results and/or comments in the study results section. Mark See Scanned Report if the report has been filed into the patient's EHR. Press Add to Grid to save the entry and repeat the step for any additional entries. Select Save and Close when done. Now let's discuss chart abstraction options for pediatrics. For the developmental history, begin from the intake template and click the left navigation bar. Choose Developmental History and click the details link on the age group appropriate to the child's current age. If the selected milestone is achieved, select the Pass checkbox or select Fail checkbox if the milestone has not been achieved. The MChat and MCHAT-R screening tool is available to document pediatric screenings for autism. Click the appropriate details link. Select the Save icon located on the top toolbar, then close the MDI tab or select the Close button. Document the birth history. Click on the active text link located on the patient information bar. Mark the Detailed Document radio button to include the items from the birth history template when you generate or print the chart abstraction document. Document the antenatal, labor and delivery, hospital course, and/or discharge if applicable. Select the Save icon located in the top toolbar and close the Birth History tab or select the Close button. Last, we will learn how to create a document, mark the encounter as abstracted, and close the chart. Click the chart abstraction link to generate the document. Then right-click the encounter and select Encounter Description/Remark. Label the encounter as Chart Abstraction, then press OK. Return to the template and click Save to close the chart abstraction template. If your office has begun scheduling patients in NextGen and you are working off the NextGen schedule, open the inbox and click the Appointments tab. Select the appropriate appointment date that is being abstracted, highlight the patient, right-click, and choose Update. At the bottom toolbar, enter ABX for abstracted in the room field and choose Commit Changes. File and select Close Patient to close the patient's chart. For detailed instructions, you can locate the workflow material from the resource page, the Google Drive, or contact IT Help Desk directly for assistance. This concludes this video.